What's up, guys? So I have not done a Bleach video in probably over a month. I just really lost interest with the game, and my entire schedule has been really conflicting, so I just really didn't have time to keep up with the game. Just even doing dailies feels like it's too much of a chore, so I pretty much dropped it off wherever it was. And there hasn't been anything new, otherwise I would have made a video. But finally today we have ourselves the April Fool's Days events, which pretty much that's what the event's gonna be called. And it releases the new Sternritter Ishida, or Uryu, which he has been probably one of the event partners that the game really needed. I mean, the only Uryu, as far as I know, was the tavern version. Even Ryukin ended up having way back then a release, so it was about time Uryu was gonna get one. So with the Sternritters, he comes out and just ends up breaking the game even more. So right off the bat, you can see strength growth rate. He is an assaulter, which just continues the whole meta. But he has a strength growth rate of 9.5 with a base stat of 9,000. Which Mukin has 9.6 growth rate and like 9,300 strength. So I believe that Uryu might be the last generation of the Assaulter before Mukin gets replaced. So probably the next Assaulter we'll see will either end up having like a 9.6 or a 9.7 growth rate, possibly even reaching a 10, and having higher base strength than Uryu as well as Mukin. So Mukin finally gets replaced after like a year to 2 years of release. And that's just in terms of the strength growth rate. He finally loses his title for that, but he's still gonna be OP. So Uryu has himself, which the passive ends up getting cut off. But from the wiki itself, it says born with massive strength, so he has 30% extra strength, avoid injury rate as well as damage rate. Now he comes with 20% avoid injury rate and 20% extra damage rate as a passive, and then his normal attack will deal damage to 2 enemies with the highest attack. It means that it basically will not miss as well, which is pretty crazy. I mean, he already is gonna have really high attack, and he's gonna be able to hit two enemies without ever missing. Which, you know, the dodge meta is really not a problem here, or invincibility, at least lately. But invincibility will probably he wouldn't hit through it. But yeah, wow. I was here thinking of like Naruto Online for a second. 100% hit is really good over there. Then I realized, oh wait, there's no really a dodge meta here. Then his mystery attacks all enemies dealing 200% damage, increases assaulters' crit damage by 50% for 2 rounds, subsequently causes 300% damage to the enemy with the lowest HP. It recovers 50 fury for himself. So every time he skills, he'll be at 50 fury. If you have yourself a fury generator, it's just gonna be broken. I mean, at this point, you will pretty much end up having a Byakuya in the lineup, because the Blood War Byakuya ends up giving assaulters plenty of buffs and giving himself fury by 50. So all you need to do is have a fury generator to have like just constant buffs throughout all your assaulters as well as Uryu. I mean, there's just so many things to do. You guys know how the game ended up being. It's just pretty much how you can overkill your opponent. We're stuck in the assaulter meta. We did have support meta for God knows like 2-3 years almost. So it finally shifted forwards to assaulters. Now Vanguard meta was a thing, but it wasn't really too strong to the point where it could outlive an entire team, I guess. It depends on also the person you're fighting, I guess, but assaulters, they have a ridiculous impact on the game ever since Mukin came out, and it's still holding strong to that. So he also has a 6 agility, you know, pretty much the average for the new assaulters. Just by the skill alone and the passive, you can already tell he's gonna hit very hard, and he's just ridiculous. So boosting assaulters' crit damage by 50% for 2 rounds, and doing 300% damage to the enemy with the lowest HP. It's just, he's gonna end up killing people. But then you have his modifications, which you thought he couldn't get any more broken. So his first mod, immune to chaos and fury deduction. Wow, like Kokuto's out. I mean, like just about anybody else. Chaos Kyoka can't chaos him. Just fury deduction and chaos are pretty much the most common debuffs you will have that you'll be encountering in any kind of fight. Then his second modification increases physical attack by 40%. Third modification increasing crit by 30%. Fourth mod, when he's attacked, increases own avoid injury by 15%. Then he has a fifth mod, additionally he ignores defense and crit damage by 40% when Mukin is in battle with him. And it basically is saying that the effect will also appear for him. So the way that they're making it seem is, as long as you have Mukin in the battle, he will end up getting the same buff as Uryu because of the fifth. At least that's the way I'm interpreting it. And then looking at the sixth mod, he does ignore invincibility and invulnerability. So his standard attack will just always hit through that. And then he has the ultimate modification. When Ishida is in battle, decrease all enemies' max HP by 30%. Yes, this even works in Void Region, because Void Region is not considered PvE but PvPe. So the modification will work there. So that's a ridiculous assaulter. I mean, seeing Ishida come out, it just really makes me want to say, like, wow, like, Hell vs. Ichigo is done. Like, he's dead. Like, what's the point of trying to get a super strong Hellverse when you have Uryu just come out of here and completely knock him down a level, and then he buffs Mukin, so people running Mukin and Hellverse will end up eventually switching to Uryu as well as Mukin, and it's just, Hellverse is just basically done. I mean, I guess the strongest team you could probably do right now, and I'd probably say drop the Vanguard, just because with the amount of overkilling you're doing, a Vanguard really doesn't matter if he's in your formation or not. And until they do a new Vanguard that can actually keep up with the whole new assaulters and all that kind of stuff, because Gerard is probably the strongest Vanguard by far, to the point where he'll actually give you a good defensive boost to your team and survive against these assaulters. But even then, I think Gerards are going to start getting destroyed even more because of Uryu. So you'd probably run Kokuto, Byakuya, Uryu, and Mukin. That'll probably be your team. I mean, you still have Kokuto countering like every single partner that's not immune to Fury Reduction. You missed out on the Hellverse bond, but who cares at this point? And Blow War Byakuya buffing everybody, also healing because of on attack bond. That makes me wonder too, because if this counts when being attacked, if it's also Zanpakuto related, which probably is aimed more towards, I don't know, at this point this game just feels broken, alright? That's what you need to know. This game ended up being so broken. This is probably for, I don't know, I think recently, throughout this year, the game finally reached that unlimited ninja road to where they're power creeping everything behind it, and they're just like copying and pasting effects and putting them all together, making something super strong. Then the next release is going to basically counter it. The meta at this point in the game is fully focused on Mukin. It was focused on Hellverse, but Uryu is probably going to change that. Or if not, the top 3 meta will be Uryu. Well, Uryu would still fall under Mukin, so you still have Mukin being at the very top, having Hellverse slightly below that. Then support-wise, you have Blood War Byakuya, because you need that Assaulter boost. And then you'll probably have Kokuto. I mean, I guess Bankai Toshiro would be at the bottom somewhere. Not at the bottom, but under them. Hashwalt somewhere, and pretty much the typical stuff that you'll be seeing in events. But Vanguards really fall off, and what comes even worse is Zanpakuto-wise. I mean, we did have the leaks throughout the year that the next Zanpakuto should be coming out. It should be Ichimonji. But at this point in the game, all you can really do is Kyoka. It's gonna end up being a Kyoka war. So what do you do if you just start the game? I mean, you go for Mukin and establish yourself with Uryu, which probably wouldn't be the best thing to do if you're a new player. or you go for Kyoka and hope that Ichimonji doesn't end up destroying it. So all you're gonna do is stack your stones and wait. I haven't been stacking stones for a month, so I'll need to get back on that. At least force myself to, because Kyoka just counters every single thing except for itself. And it's just, honestly, the game just really feels like it just died. It's like it dug its own hole. And what are you gonna do now? The game feels fully broken. Everything about the game is broken. I have the Sternritter Uryu animation for you guys who want to see it. It's a really, really nice animation. Alright, I'll give them props for making Uryu look really nice. Him and Byakuya needed good characters, and they ended up doing that, so good job to them. We still have Ginjo, Tsukushima, and Askin throughout the year with the Ichimonji Zanpakuto. I don't know if there's going to be anything else to look forward to, but at this rate, probably say that that's all we're going to get. And also, the funny thing about this event is, so you get these gesture boxes and all these kind of daily gifts for, I guess, recharging and spending or whatever it is. You need to basically, if you top up 40k at once in this event, you get Uryu for free. So you can just claim him, you get him right there. Then you have the second part, which is the Fools event, which pretty much had a bug at the beginning of the US servers at least. I don't know if it's on Europe, but US servers for sure, where you're able to basically get yourself a Blood War Byakuya or Uryu. Maybe they added anyone else in there as well, I don't know, but so far there's only been screenshots of Uryu and Blood War Byakuya. But they're showing up in this shop. And basically you would just see them and you can exchange for them. It costs you between 500 to 1,000 gold. And you just get them. I've seen a couple of people in my Discord end up getting this bug. Now, I have tried to refresh. I refreshed 2,000 gold. I was at like almost 15k. I spent 2k into refreshes and I didn't get them. So it's basically once you launch the game, you check this event, they have to be there because you cannot refresh for them. Or if you can refresh for them, it's a bug and it's probably like a super low chance, but it's also 5 gold. It's 5 gold to refresh and I spent 2,000 gold. So I don't know. I did not see any partners, but if you were the lucky ones, you're able to get a Blood War Byakuya as well as an Uryu for 500 to 1,000 gold. Now the devs are asleep until Monday. They're not going to take any action. Raiden assumes that there's going to be a rollback because of this. So if the 2k gold I wasted is whatever, because one, I don't really play the game. And two, if they do roll back before the events took place, because that's the only way to make sure that nobody got these partners, then I'll get my gold back. So it honestly doesn't matter to me, rollback or not. But it's just crazy, like, it's just bad enough they broke the meta, and then they end up doing this. I mean, yeah, seeing this Uryu now, just wow. And then I guess we could check the bonds as well. There appears to be another bug with Uryu, to where most partners, if not all, that had regular Tavern Uryu have been replaced with the new partner. So, let's see. There's just always so much to go through. Okay, so he has physical attack. He has a speed bond, max HP and crit damage with Mukin himself. So, even more reason that you'll need a Mukin if you want to use him. And he has a bond with TSI, which are rentable. But let's see if that bond actually affected me. Okay, so yeah, I have the bond going on. So Hellverse as well as Kokuto needed Tavern Uryu, and it ended up switching to the Sternritter Uryu, which needs to be fixed, because I am not gonna get that. And he ends up giving crit rate to my Hellverse, and Kokuto gets hit rate. So, but yeah, it broke the game. So like Uryu became so overpowered that it broke the game. That's just wow. You know, the game honestly leaves me speechless because I don't know where the game is going. It really just, it went so stale for me that I just cannot even log into the game anymore. And the issue with the meta is just, wow, like, they're gonna try to stop Mukin, and then the release after that, they're gonna buff him again. It's been back and forth. Mukin got replaced with Hellverse with Kokuto's release. Blood War Byakuya comes out, basically supports either Assaulter. Then they put Uryu to shoot Hellverse back down again. And with the Zanpakutos, you're pretty much going to have to get yourself a Kyoka Suigetsu. So you're left in a pretty bad position with everything that's going on in this game. There was supposed to, okay, Ultimate Battle Power is also going on, has Mayuri. It basically started last week, I think. So I am reporting pretty late on this. Like 3 people actually ended up going for Mayuri. And let's see what else. A mysterious puzzle. Okay, I was like glitched in this, and it's just this game needs a lot of fixing, which is just not gonna happen. Mysterious puzzle, Serite group purchase. I'm surprised this event's still running. Accelerate modify with Blood War Byakuya, Kokuto, Hellverse. Witch's House. You know, the game honestly just disappointed me with the way it went. And it's pretty much Go Games to blame for that. Like they just it was inevitable that they would go down the unlimited ninja path. Cause that game just like really got destroyed by Naruto Online when it came to Naruto games for competition. And the only way a game can really survive is by keep releasing things over and over, brand new, no matter what. So I guess it's just it was eventually gonna happen where Bleach would reach that unlimited ninja path of getting such crazy effects and all that to partners, high growth rates. But I feel like it's just gonna end up ruining the game. I already feel like the game is ruined now because of Uryu. Yeah, like not everyone's gonna be able to afford them because they are 40k partners. Same for Blood War Byakuya. If they don't roll back servers, then it just basically screwed off anyone who did the 40k recharge for Byakuya beforehand, and then people spent like 500 to 1,000 gold now. I didn't go for it, so to me it really doesn't matter. But, you know, it's still unfair to the people who did spend it. So a rollback for something so fucked up like this is probably what's going to happen through the next couple of days. Real Furnace is here. Karakura Town Festival. What else would there be? I don't think there's anything new added. Nope. And I guess we're reaching the road where Ultimate Battle Power partners. See, I don't have any vitality, and I could renew Shinigami Agent, at least stack Vite. Maybe after Senju, we might see like a I don't know, either Namaya or Senju. Wait, no. What did I say? I said after Mayuri. Okay, whatever. So after Mayuri, there should be a Senju or Namaya. I don't even know what I just said anymore. I feel like I repeated it. But regardless, there should be either a Zero Division or a Swimsuit coming out, which would, in the long run, be good to grab yourself any sort of partners here. Like if Bambietta ever came out and you had all the other partners, obviously you try to get her from UBP, but that could still be a long while for that. But yeah, I really feel like this game, it didn't have too much potential to begin with. I mean, now we're reaching the Blood War characters for good. 480-day sign-in, which was so long ago. 510 sign-in next. But yeah, the game is really reaching its end as far as what they can bring out. They can bring out the other Sternritters, unless they like remake characters. Well, there is also like the whole True Bankai, Shikai, Ichigo, and all this kind of stuff. They'll just keep adding ridiculous names and all that. But yeah, this partner really feels like it's gonna just really break the game. I mean, he already breaks Void just because of the ultimate mod, and then buffing Mukin. Like, wow, I honestly, after seeing this Uryu, I do not think I'll have another return to the game. I mean, it lasted for as long as it did. I will probably end up just forcing myself to do CSB every day. If I really want to, I'll renew Shinigami Agent because I have enough gold for another like 13 months of Shinigami Agent. And just stack Vite, do CSB, and just grow my power out naturally that way because, you know, it's just the meta. I just really do not like it. The game, it reaches that point where you just need Kyoka. You need to have yourself a Mukin. It will still be maybe a couple of months, unless people are going to be impatient and just not care. But Labor Glory would probably be the best way for you to pick up Uryu or Blood War Byakuya, which will be next month. It's going to come after Easter, so we're going to have this April Fool's Day stuff, then Easter should come out, then a few weeks after Easter we'll have Labor Glory, and then Dragon Ball Festival, which was my favorite event of all time. So it's a really good lineup. Labor Glory, if they put like a 40k Uryu or 40k Blood War Byakuya, you basically spend the gold straight up, and you can redeem yourself the other one, if they have them in the shops. But at the way the game's going, My God, I don't know. Like I'm scared to know what the next partner is gonna be. Imagine if they release Ginjo to be a support, because they did Assaulter, so they did Kokuto as a support, Blood War Byakuya as a support. Then this is so the next one would probably be, I would see Askin as the Vanguard type. So maybe Askin would be the next release, especially since Uryu is a Sternritter variant. So it would kind of make sense to do Askin as a Vanguard, and then they go back to support. But imagine if they do Askin as a Vanguard, buffs Mukin even more. I mean, or just give some sort of buff to Assaulters, or I don't know. Like the game, it seems to have a repeating trend, and the repeating trend is having in-battle activation effects. So it's basically like how Unlimited Ninja has the speed halos and the rings and all that kind of stuff. Just a passive, once you enter the battle, it goes off. Now this has been going on for a while, especially when you combine both partners. But now Uryu making it so you drop everyone's HP by 30%. Like that's already going even more towards the Unlimited Ninja route. And then you're gonna start having all these kind of, it's been going on since Kokuto, but when they get hit by something, even Zanpakuto's effects go off. That's the way the game is shaping, to making a partner that keeps doing that, and it's gonna go from the previous partner being really good to the next one being even better than that, and it's gonna keep scaling and scaling to the point where you're at UN with like 100 million battle power or whatever it is now. And yeah, I just really feel like this game ended up dying off for that. I hope that in the future they make a new Bleach Online. Now there has been, since Fairy Tail Online came out, there is a Hunter x Hunter Online coming out, same kind of style. So maybe there will be a Bleach Online where they copy the same kind of Fairy Tail and then Hunter x Hunter route. So it's not gonna be Naruto Online official tier, but it's gonna be probably a lot better than this. It's gonna take a lot of time to set up though, because I've played Fairy Tail Online and I can tell you there's like almost nothing going on for the game right now. It's really grindy, really slow. It's basically like how Bleach Online first started off, where everything was really manual and grindy, and you really had no choice but to just wait. So I have hope that there will be a new Bleach Online game, but I can say that this game is just probably not gonna go anywhere, especially after seeing this Uryu. Hope they prove me wrong. I really do hope that the Ichimonji Zanpakuto counters Ryujin as well as Kyoka. I remember Ryujin came out, it was always a huge problem to go up against it or fight it, but now Kyoka ended up being a huge problem. Just because over time people are now starting to get themselves Kyoka as well as they already had Mukin, so that's basically the way it's been. But yeah, the game, wow. I honestly don't know what Go Games is gonna do. I'm expecting the rollback. So now's your chance. Just log into your account and check to see if you did get a Blood War Byakuya and whatever his name is, and just mess around with them for a couple of days. I don't know why my bags are so full. I guess I did soul cultivation before I stopped playing for a bit. But yeah, it's just been really hard for me to get on the game and actually do stuff on it. I guess I just finally lost all that motivation to play the game. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I wish I could bring you guys more Bleach Online videos, but YouTube's just been kind of tight for me lately. I just hope I can at least get a Kyoka Suigetsu before I quit. So I can't say I can guarantee a video every single week. But especially when new content comes out, or if somebody reaches out to me in Discord about something with Bleach Online, I will put that effort into making a new video for you guys. Otherwise, unless there's something new coming out, like partner releases and all that, I probably won't be doing too many videos. But yeah, I guess I really need to, I took this like month off break. I need to get back to doing my whatever it's called, Alliance campaigns, doing my CSB, just gathering Inferno Stones at this point, if I'm not going to do anything else, because even if there's going to be another addition to the shop, I can always get that. If I do get 12k stones before Ichimonji or the next Zanpakuto comes out, I'll probably hold off, just in case, because What if they do Ichimonji? I mean, I act like I'm gonna buy Ichimonji. I guess it doesn't really matter. But if I was to buy it, either way, I still want to see if the next Zanpakuto actually counters Mukin. Not Mukin. Kyoka. And all I can really hope is that the game kind of finds a balance, because it can't just keep supporting one or two characters. I know these games do that, but it can't keep going one way and then swinging the next way. That's just kind of ridiculous. Like, you're gonna make Mukin the god, then replace him for a little bit, and then just go back and make him even more broken. Ah, goddamn Uryu. He is a lot better than I expected, honestly. Like, I wanted a good Uryu, but I did not think he would be game breaking. Kind of the same thing with Blow or Byakuya, I guess. I wanted a good Byakuya in the game. Not really expecting them to be like, bam, like they just destroyed the whole game either, but I guess they finally got characters that they deserve. But who knows what's gonna happen next. But that is gonna be all for today's video. I'll catch you guys next time.